Ready or not, here we come for a movie chat. We're going to be chatting about 2019's Ready or Not. And my headphones have broken finally, so I'm just going to go without headphones. So I'll try and talk louder, so let me know if you can't hear me. Right, let's hopefully. They're just blank screens occasionally. I don't know why it's doing it. Hi, Jessie.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. Who's that? Emma.
Oh.
Who can't see? Who can't see people?
I can see you, Shelley. That's all I can see.
I can see you. Yeah.
Yeah, we fixed it.
Well, I can't see the other two, but just you. That'll do.
Oh, no.
I'm the most important, Emma. No, I'm not. Oh dear, I'm just going to turn you up because I've had to take the headphones out because I think I've finally broken them. My trusty old headphones I've had for about 10 years. So yeah. Oh damn. Yes, so we're going to be chatting about 2019's Ready or Not. And joining us is the brilliant Joshua Winning, author of Burn the Negative and The Shadow Glass and Heads Will Roll, which is out soon, and I can't wait. So excited. Woohoo, look at that. Oh, so nice. Both of the covers, Josh, are like amazing. Are you alright, Emma? Oh no. Oh, we have the wonderful Emma, who is a wonderful writer, has done some short stories and a very good friend. And yeah, so I'm glad Emma can see at least one of us this time. Oh dear. And joining us is our very special guest, Jessie.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to meet you all.
Yeah. And Jessie does a brilliant Fear Street Fridays, and you share a lot of vintage books and things like that. And you did a Tales of 90s horror video the other week, and it was a VC Andrews.
Yes.
Or the other week, it was the other month, wasn't it? It's been going way too quick. But yeah, do check out Jessie's page because it's absolutely awesome. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And there's a few people saying, looking forward to Heads Will Roll. Which cover is on your shirt, Jessie? Narissa says.
Oh, it's wrong number.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
Hi Sharon, hi Kelly. Oh, so if you've watched the film and you want to join in the comments, feel free. Spoilers are fine, so yeah, we're going to be spoiling it anyway, so it's fine. So Ready or Not is a 2019 American black horror comedy, you could say, directed by Tyler Gillett. Am I saying that right? And should have practiced Matt Bettinelli-Olpin.
I can't pronounce that one either.
That's what we're calling him now anyway. We're just calling him Matt like we're best mates. And obviously they're known for Scream 5 and 6. And it was written by Guy Busick and R. Christopher Murphy. And it stars the brilliant Samara Weaving. I just love her so much. She's just brilliant. Adam Brody, who I used to love in the OC back in the day. And loads of other stars. But... yeah! Oh, I forgot about Scream 4.
Yeah,
I should know better because that's one of my favourites. And obviously Andy McDowell, who's just brilliant as well. And it follows a young bride who is hunted by her spouse's wealthy family as part of a wedding night ritual to worship the devil. I mean, what else do you want to do on your wedding night? You know,
sit in a dumbwaiter.
The dumbwaiter,
So, was Ready or Not a first-time watch for you, or have you seen it before, or what were your memories when you first saw it back in 2019, Josh?
This was my second watch. I think I first saw it on DVD had like they call it a check disc, like a review disc, came into the office where I work, and I borrowed the DVD, and I absolutely loved it. But my main memory, weirdly, of the film was watching the extras and watching the outtakes, the gag reel, because there's a really, really funny moment with Andy McDowell where there's a bit in the film where she's sitting on the bed talking to the kids.
Yes.
It's like a really short scene, but in the outtakes, she keeps fluffing her lines and then she swears. And obviously in front of the kids. So she's like, no, children, I didn't say anything. You didn't hear a thing. That's my main memory of the film.
I'll have to see if I can find that. See, somewhere you can normally find outtakes if you haven't got the DVD, definitely. How about you, Emma? Have you seen it before? Was it first time watch for you, I think?
I've never seen it before, and I don't know how I missed it either. I was like, wow, this is for me. Amazing. I've never seen that. It didn't even cross my radar. I don't know how I missed it in 2019. I don't know what I was doing, but I was just losing out on that. I'm glad I've come to it now. So thank you, whoever suggested that.
I think I suggested it
this
month.
Yay! Well done, Shelley.
I just noticed your T-shirt as well, Emma. You're good. I can't speak today. Oh, you doll.
Good guys.
And how about you, Jessie? You've seen it before, haven't you, I think?
Yeah, I had seen it before. This was my second watch, and I saw it in the theater in 2019. And 2019 is such a blur before COVID, so feels like it was one of the last movies I saw in the theater before COVID hit.
Yeah. I remember seeing it. We didn't go to the. No, I must have watched it during COVID, I think. So it must have been like released on, I don't know, digital or DVD or something during COVID. So I definitely watched it during that time. And I just remember loving it. It just like it was my kind of crazy. And I just found it hilarious. And I just fell in love with Samara Weaving. So and Andy McDowell again. So definitely. So I really enjoyed rewatching it, because I think I enjoyed it more on the rewatch than I did the first time, just because I kind of knew what was going on this time.
Totally.
Larissa said she thought it was fun, wasn't quite in the mood when I first tried it, but I enjoyed it today. And Adam Brody is so good at playing these kind of dickish characters. He really is.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he looks good.
They're handsome.
Yes.
He is. He's so pretty to look at.
Eddie Ray said, haven't seen this, but I was having a rough day and needed the fun energy you always bring, Shelley. Thanks, Ed.
True.
Thank you. Just told me I'm embarrassing myself somewhere. But absolutely love the dark humour in this film. The dark humour in it was just brilliant. So Ready or Not is kind of centred around, like, is it the Ladomas Family Games Company, I think? If I get these names wrong, I do apologise. But I just wanted to see, what are your favourite board games? Do you have like a favourite, Emma?
I'm going to be really boring. I've got loads of board games. I love board games. My favourite as a kid was Scrabble, much to my family's dismay, because they hated it.
Bookseller.
I know, right? And I actually have a Scrabble ring. So
it's so cool. I've seen you wearing that.
So I have that. But as an adult, my favourite is chess. Hands down, it's one of the best games ever created.
So clever.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I'm okay at chess.
People have tried to teach me chess. I mean, this is no shocker, really, but people have tried to teach me chess. No, I can't.
I'll teach you.
Stand it.
My uncle taught me when I was 6. My uncle taught me how to play when I was 6, and he taught me this three-piece move that would just checkmate straight away. And I went into school and I was like, what in the floor with everyone? What are you doing?
I love that. I'm going to learn chess from Emma. Watch this space.
I will teach you.
Yeah, teach us.
We'll do it, Shelley. Game on.
Oh, Sharon said chess is hers as well since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Alex said, awesome that ring that you've got, Emma. And Melina said
Thank
Cluedo.
you.
Cluedo is Melina's favourite.
Oh, Cluedo. Yeah, Cluedo is great.
How about you, Jessie? Have you got a favourite?
Yes, love board games, have been playing board games, still play board games now. So Scrabble was also another one as a kid, absolutely Scrabble, but also Clue. I mean, over here in the States, we call it Clue, but
yeah, we call it Cluedo.
Yeah. And also, you know, this movie was almost like a game of Clue a little bit. So yeah, definitely reminded me of that board game.
Yeah, it was. And it did have that kind of, the movie had a kind of feel like the Clue film as well, didn't it? Like the mansion and all the goings on and things.
All the weapons.
Yeah, all the weapons. Yeah, classic. How about you, Josh? Do you have a favourite board game?
Yeah, I do. It's actually my partner's. He is completely obsessed with board games. He's got, if you saw his room, it's just absolutely full of really cool, like narrative-driven board games.
Wow.
So the one that we are obsessed with, and we play whenever we have guests, we always bring out a game called Thunder Road, which is sort of like a Mad Max style game where everyone has 3 cards, and the game is basically to like race down a track, but you kind of can blow each other up. It's very aggressive. It's very entertaining. It's very difficult to win, but it's really fun to play.
That does
Thunder Road.
I want to play that.
Yeah,
I'll have to add that to the list.
Yeah,
it's like Mad Max, but as a board game. It's so cool.
Oh, cool.
I like that.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to have a look at that and check that out, definitely. But I think you can't beat a classic game of Monopoly.
Oh, no.
No one in my family.
Shelley!
No one in my family.
You tycoon! Evil Rick! Shelley!
Rich people are different.
Monopoly's banned in our house. No one will play it with me anymore because, there's been arguments over Monopoly over the years. So yeah, yes. But I do like the classic old board games that I used to play when I was younger. So there was Ghost Castle, which Emma kindly brought me last year, and so good. Like even now, it's just amazing. Oh, Emma's got it, hasn't she? Yeah, Ghost Castle.
It's so good.
So cool.
So good.
Even now, it's just brilliant. Like just good fun. And then me and my brother used to play. I think I've mentioned this before, and I always forget the name of it, the board game. But there was like a board game with like a vampire, and it had like a vampire figure in it, and it had and like it would stamp your hand if you got caught. My brother used to just run around like and stamp everyone with this. My brother's a bit notorious on these chats, which I have told him because he's a terror. But he used to go around
with
like,
the
stamping everyone in the face and everything with this like stamp thing. Yeah.
Did it have pointy fangs?
No, it was just like a red stamp. So like as you went around the board, like if you got caught by the vampire, you couldn't get more than 3 stamps. But yeah, my brother just would come up and just stamp you in the cheek or something. You used to be covered in like vampire stamps everywhere.
That's
brilliant. It was such a good game. Yeah, you had to like collect the garlic and stuff like that. It was like really vampire but really cheap.
That.
Yeah, I'll put a picture up of it. I'm sure I took a picture of it somewhere. I'll find it and I'll post it. But you can still get it. I think they did like a re-release of it. But I don't know whether it's got the little cute stampy vampire in anymore.
Stampire.
Stampire.
It's out there.
Right.
Very good.
Good. Yeah, Eddie May said, love checkers, but can't grasp chess for some reason. Cameron's put, Emmy, you need to add extra numbers to that ring. You're better than 1 point friend.
I'll get an MMA for the whole line.
Yeah.
There you go, Karen. Knuckle duster, yes, Scrabble knuckle duster. Such a bookseller weapon, isn't it?
Take that for your 4-letter word. Oh dear. Larissa said, I get competitive in games. Have had two separate friends think I was going to lose it during Uno or Uno.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Uno is quite savage.
Melina brought Ghost Castle to play with my nieces, and they love it too. Generations of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex put, that way you knew what board games you played the night before when waking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the stamp especially, like definitely when you couldn't get it off your face like, the next day to go to school.
To go to school like that. It's not hickeys, it's a stamp.
I
was playing board games.
Yeah.
It was my brother's stamp.
My brother did it. No, no.
And they're like, okay, sure. Eddie Ray said, are some of these just UK games? Don't think I know about any of these. They sound fun, especially Cameron's animal game. And Shelley's vampire cheek stabbing one. There might be these games.
Could be.
I'll put
Yeah.
So obviously the film kind of centers around obviously Grace getting married to Alex, and kind of after the ceremony, I think it's Tony, I think it is, who's like the head of the family, kind of explains that his ancestor Victor Ladomus made a deal with someone named Lebel. And I love that. It just sounds so ominous as well. And it was to build this Ladomus fortune in exchange for a family observing this tradition. So at midnight on a wedding day night, every new member of the family has to draw a game card from Lebel's puzzle box, and Grace draws hide and seek, believing it to be a harmless game. So what do you think of Alex's decision? So Alex is the groom, not to tell Grace about the ritual before they got married. Josh?
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. I mean, he was kind of hedging his bets. He was hoping that they would just end up playing a nice game of Scrabble and everything would be fine. But, you know, don't tempt fate like that, I say. Even if he had just said, look, we're going to have to play a game at midnight, just so you know, springing it on her wedding night, bad move. Even if it was just Scrabble.
Yeah, because he never even brought it up way before, like even when they got engaged, nothing. You could have just mentioned it at least. Yeah. How about you, Jessie? What do you think about his decision not to say? I mean, he kind of tries to give her a loose out, but not very much.
Well, no, agreed with Josh. Absolutely unacceptable. But I would have liked a little bit more of the backstory, because he clearly had, broken away from the family for a couple years and was estranged. So I think that probably had something to do with it as well. But yeah, no, he should have absolutely said something to her up front, or at least just something about playing a game the night of the wedding.
I mean, like you say, he was estranged from the family. So why did he have to go back into the fold to get married? Like, they could have just gone off together and lived a very happy life.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Once a dickhead, always a dickhead.
Oh, I know. He would have found out something eventually. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
How about you, Emma? What did you think of Alex and his decision not to say?
Scumbag. No, definitely you have to say something like that. You can't just say, my family are a bit weird, a bit weird. So yeah, I was like, if they had to get married, because she said that she had an unstable upbringing and she wanted a stable foundation, like that's why she wanted to get married. And I think the reason that he did it there is because if he'd have gone and eloped, they'd have found out about it. They're rich. They could find out where they could track him. They could find out wherever he is. They'll know where he is. They'll go get him. Especially if he gets married without their knowledge, and they know that if he does that and they don't play the game, then they'll go poof. So they would go to get him. He would be found and dragged back no matter what. I think so.
True.
I think he should have said, though, I don't know how you break that to someone. And by the way, you know, you can't get married anywhere else. It has to be with my family because they've got this weird game, and there's a, you know, 1 in 52 chance you might be killed by them.
Still want to
No
get married?
thanks.
I mean, you get you get the impression that the family, like, they really want her to get that card as well. Like they're up for it.
Yeah.
Well.
Except the mum. I think the mum really liked her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? Do you think that she did? Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I
really
think she did.
her? Yeah. She did look kind of gutted when she drew the card. Actually, thinking about it.
Oh no.
Like, oh dear. So apparently there was 17 different versions of Grace's wedding dress that were created by one of the costume designers. I think it was Avery Plews. And apparently the idea behind so many different wedding dresses was to show the progress of Grace's night and then how her clothes correspond to her attitude. And I thought that was quite cool. I was like, yeah, now I think about it, like, she's all like nice and innocent at the start and, you know, excitable and that, and as the dress gets ripped and torn and dirty and things like that, she gets more of a, you know, attitude and, you know, wants to survive kind of thing.
Psychotic.
So kind of cool. So what did you think of Grace, and did she make a good final girl, Jessie?
Oh, absolutely, she's fantastic. And to the point that you just said, the evolution of the dress throughout the film, where she rips it off, she has the sneakers underneath the entire time, so you know that, you know, there's her real personality right there for you. She was fantastic. A great final girl. And you absolutely want to see more of her. You know, I would love a sequel to this. We can talk about that later, of course, but yeah, just she's a badass.
Yeah, no, definitely. How about you, Emma? Did you like Grace?
I loved Grace. I think actually my husband said, he was sitting there, he's going, I know that actress from somewhere. And I was like, yeah. He said, she's Australian. I mean, he's a Kiwi, isn't he? So she's Australian. She's got that look. She looks like Margot Robbie. And I was like, yeah. And then he looked her up and obviously did know where she was in this. Yeah, I know she is. But I thought she did a fantastic job. I just believed her the whole way through. There was no, at any point did I think she was doing superhero stuff. I felt she was fighting for her life, genuinely fighting for her life. And then just getting more and more pissed over the whole thing. And, you know, this is my wedding night. What the hell? And so that image of her looking in the mirror with her high tops on, a dirty dress, shotgun in her hand, and like the bullet belt, what's it called, a bandolier, or am I saying that right, round her like that. That imagery was just fantastic. Like you say, it's just like, oh my goodness, look at her. You know, she's gone from this beautiful,
she looks stunning still, didn't she?
And now she's like this crazy crazed bride that's just like, you ruined my wedding day. Bridezilla. I thought she was a brilliant final girl. What a great final girl to add to my list of favourites.
How about you, Josh? Did you like Grace?
Loved her. I love a sweary hero. I think I just find swearing very charming, and she was like swearing pretty much from her very first line, and I just thought she was fantastic. Very, like, you know, great sense of humor, and she did all the right things. You know, she wasn't somebody that you were screaming at the screen going, why are you doing that? You should be running that way, you should be doing this. She did everything right, and the night just continued to like beat the shit out of her. And yet she kept
Oh, sorry, you went really quiet then, Josh.
No, your audio.
Josh, are you there?
Oh,
hello.
Joshy.
Hello.
You're back.
Yeah.
I just missed the end bit. But basically you were saying she's awesome, and
she kind of reminded me of, I've completely forgotten her name, but there's a film called You're Next from 2012. Which has kind of a similar, it's like a single location slasher where they're trying to kill her. And her backstory is like, you know, you find more out about that final girl's backstory, where she actually was either the perfect or the least perfect person to be in that situation, in terms of if you're the killer kind of thing, because she absolutely kicks their asses because of her very special set of skills that she has that nobody knows about. And you get a sense of that from Grace, but you don't really know anything about her apart from that she sort of was in foster care. So
enough.
I really liked her, and I love, like, you know, like as you've all said, like just the progression of her just getting more and more pissed off as the night goes on, and I loved how sweary she was, and how excitable she was to be married and marrying this man at the beginning as well. And then just like by the end, she's just like, no frigging way. No. And I'm kind of glad in the end she was like, hell no, go to hell, I'm not having you. After all of this, no, definitely not. And does she give him the ring back, I think, doesn't she, or something?
Yeah,
and I love
does.
that. I was like, Grace, yes.
But do you think he would have stayed alive if she'd kept the ring? Like,
No.
Because
they're still married.
because he still would have died anyway, right? He still would have gone.
We all just wanted him to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So talking about Margot Robbie then, so Margot Robbie was actually considered for the role of Grace, and obviously they look very similar, like Emma said. So what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you think Margot Robbie would have been good at the role, or did they make the right decision not to cast her? Emma?
I think she would have been great. Why not? I think these two are very similar. I could have watched Margot go through that as well. Absolutely. I don't think they would have been any better or worse than one another. I think they both would have been just great. Just that kind of versatile actress.
Yeah. How about you, Jessie? Do you think Margot Robbie would have been good at the role?
Oh, absolutely. She would have been fantastic. And I think 2019, I think around this time was really peak Margot Robbie, right? I think we had, you know, following Suicide Squad, I think the Birds of Prey movie was 2019.
Yes.
So she but you know, we wouldn't have had Harley Quinn. So I will take, you know, I'll take Margot as Harley.
That's so true.
You know, and Samara Weaving was perfect for this. And also I think was a great introduction, I think, at least to American audiences. I think this was her first big movie. So absolute breakthrough for her.
Yeah, definitely. How about you, Josh? Margot Robbie as Grace?
Yeah, she would have been great, but I do think I agree with Jessie. I feel like because Samara Weaving wasn't really known at the time, it was kind of like a really great way of coming to the film with no baggage and not really knowing what she would actually be capable of as the character. You know, if Margot Robbie had been playing this character, you would have been waiting for her to arm up and kick everyone's ass. But with Samara Weaving, you kind of don't really know just what she's going to be able to do, and so it's like thrilling when you kind of see her go through all of that stuff and still get back up again. The bit with the nail through her hands, just like bloody hell.
Yes,
Made me feel sick.
And her scream, like her scream evolves over the course of the film. To the point where right in the final scene, she is just like wild. Like her screaming is completely feral. It's not like a horror movie scream. It's really quite disturbing, actually.
Sometimes she sounded a bit like a goat.
There was that.
But I was down for it. Like, I liked it. Because it wasn't the usual run-of-the-mill scream. So,
it sounded realistic, didn't it? Like she actually stood on a nail once and gone, you know, like after standing on the nail. So she knew what that was going to feel like. You know?
Definitely. Yeah, and she was really good in have you seen The Babysitter? I think it's on Netflix. She was in that, and she was really good in that as well.
To watch that.
think she makes like a cameo appearance in the sequel, but the
She
sequel's
did.
so bad.
Yeah,
I
no.
didn't like the sequel.
No.
But she only makes a small cameo appearance. But I would suggest you watch it. It's really good. It's fun,
cool.
just silly fun, and she's brilliant in it. Yeah, definitely. Narissa put, so just going back to Alex, I got a bit behind, sorry. I just couldn't with how pathetic Alex was with breaking free from that headboard. Yeah, I get that it was old quality wood, but the dude was pathetic. Your wife can break a metal gate and you can't rock that off. That's so true.
Yeah.
He could have
Like,
broken
when I was
that.
watching
No.
So much easier.
Kev said he could have just gone, you know, and the whole thing would have broken. He didn't have to do his little sawing thing.
Mind you, Kev's a bigger guy. He's like a lot taller than that guy, isn't he? Kev would just rip it off.
Yeah.
He's a bit weedy, isn't he, Alex?
Yeah, definitely. And Narissa said that Alex did say you do what the family says just because. So he was obviously like under their, you know, their spell kind of thing. Yeah, and Narissa put, I liked her snort laugh near the end. Yes. I like that. She
That
does
was
that
cute.
in Scream 6,
Yeah.
I think. She does like a little snort laugh.
She does. Yeah.
So that must be like her laugh. Oh, I'm here for the weird laughs because like my laugh's a bit weird, so I'm down for that. And Narissa said felt very realistic. Yeah, definitely. So just imagine you're part of the family now, and you know you've played the game. The person's pulled the hide and seek card out. Which weapon would you choose to play with and why, Josh?
Come on, Josh.
Or you could go rogue and bring your own weapon if you want to.
Axe.
I knew
Is
you was
pretty
going to
reliable.
say that.
Yeah. I'm in an axe frame of mind.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, look,
I knew Josh was going to go axe, so I was like, oh, I'm going to borrow mine.
Emma, turn the axe the other way. Turn it round, like
Yes.
no, face. That's it. Go like that now.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Who am I chopping up?
Be a surprise.
Yeah.
Shelley May,
So
she's head of the family.
do it. What would you choose, Jessie? You could have.
Oh,
like,
I'm
their
gonna go.
weapons or...
No, I'm gonna go really simple and easy. I'm going with the revolver. I'm going with that little. I'm going with the little gun. I don't want an axe. I don't want the crossbow. I don't want anything that's gonna weigh me down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked the little vintage revolver. That was perfect.
Yes, I love that.
Can I
How
change
about
my
you,
answer
Emma?
to my cat?
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Pretty sad.
Yeah, Penny would totally do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Penny's terrifying. I wouldn't survive the night. No, because like Penny would be like, oh, you know, look all cute, and then lure you in, and then all of a sudden.
And he does not let it go.
Do you know,
Ooh.
that's what my grandmother actually suggested once when I was on the phone to her. I thought that someone was trying to break into my house. I was just tired and delusional. Tired mum. And I said, Nan, I think there's someone at my door trying to get in my house. She said, great, what have you got in your room? And I said, nothing, just the cat. She said, great, throw the cat at him. I was like, he comes bursting through the door, just pick him up and chuck him. I was like, that is really cruel, but actually kind of clever. I'm impressed with Nan for that one. How many cats has she chucked at people?
Oh, so what would you choose, Emma, as your weapon of choice?
I think, like, I would probably thought about this too deeply because I think with the axe, and I mean, you've got to swing it. And although I do lift heavy books all day, and you know, and I probably could swing an axe, that's close. That's too close for me. I don't like that kind of. They could get you.
Yeah.
And so obviously, and also what was who said something about the crossbow? Was it Jessie? Was it
Yeah.
said that or Josh? Yeah. what you said about the crossbow being heavy and things that are cumbersome, yeah, I get that. I totally understand that as well. But I think I'd have to go for the shotgun. Yeah,
I
just,
knew it.
yeah, I'd have to go for the shotgun. I would, because I just think that makes such a big bang. You don't have to do one shot and you're done. You know what I mean? With a little one, you'd be like. Like that girl, that coked up girl who kept missing and shooting everybody else. Yeah. I think I'd be a bit like that. Yeah. And that's literally so shotgun, right? So, you know, just point and shoot. You're good.
Smart.
Well, funny enough, I wrote down the same as what Jessie picked, so the little pepper box revolver. But my reasons were really different, right? So my reasons were, I'm in a classy house, right, very posh, and it looks a bit like Clue or Cluedo, like, you know, that style house. So I wanted a gun that they've based on the Clue games.
Oh my
just for nostalgia purposes.
Not a candlestick then, definitely.
That's probably what I'd end up with, to be honest. So those are my reasonings. I thought, and I think that little gun was based on like the Clue board game. That they purposely put that in, and I would definitely shoot like the girl who got given that gun. She was just so like how I would be, definitely. I'm not surviving, and no one else is this time around.
Everyone's going up.
These accidental deaths. Melina said, I love that Emma. Shelley made me, she's head of the family. Larissa put, I reckon I'd want something that I could swing at someone's head and trick someone with if I was hiding low. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hey, never get on Larissa's bad side ever.
So did you have like a favourite scene in the film, Josh?
Favorite scene, probably the bit where the whole bit in the barn, that whole sequence was great. I just love that she punched that kid. Because you just would.
I loved that too.
He deserved it though, really.
No shit.
Absolutely deserved it. Evil. I didn't really understand how that body had been down there for 30 years, but I still loved the whole setup. I thought it was great. Her trying to claw her way out, proper final girl stuff.
I loved that scene. That was a good scene, definitely. How about you, Jessie? Did you have a favourite scene?
Yes. Well, the ending, of course, you can't beat that ending. But during the rewatch, my favorite scene actually was the slow motion car rolling upside down with her in the back seat and the butler in the front, and the family is watching it on the phone or the iPad or whatever. But yeah, just that slow motion sequence was almost like a music video with like just the score got really loud and just the car tumbling in slow motion.
Oh, that was such a good scene. It was really good. I wonder how many takes they had to do of that scene as well.
Pretend you're upside down.
I kind of wanted the butler to get more of a sort of a dirty ending, because by the end you really hated him so much.
I
was waiting.
Because what was he doing it for? He's not part of the family.
Right.
Yeah. He would have lived, right?
Sure.
Like,
He
would have lived.
So he was just evil.
So he deserved it. But I bet you, Erin, did you have a favourite scene?
There were so many good scenes. Like Jessie said, the ending was fantastic. I actually laughed every time they exploded. I was like, it just was brilliant. It was brilliant for me. I just loved it. But I did like Josh was saying about the swearing. So I did like the bit with the car, and she's trying to flag the car down, the rich boy racer, and what's she saying? I'm going to swear, everybody, I'm sorry. She said something like, dick licking motherfucker fucking rich people. I was just like, I just was laughing. I was creasing up at that point. I was just like, oh my God, what did she just say? So yeah, I thought that was excellent. I just laughed so much. Like, oh my God, what would you say if someone did that? You'd say that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you didn't stop.
Yeah, definitely.
And I like
So yeah, that was brilliant for me.
How she just like really encouraged people. Monsters.
Oh dear.
One of there was two scenes that, well, there were so many scenes that I loved, but I loved the scene when she finally gets in the car and she's like driving away and she's like, yeah, and then she uses the in-car thing,
Yeah.
which I think that is Tyler Gillett's voice, I think, or one of them, the one I can't pronounce, or him. But I love that scene because you just see it's just so typical what would happen with all this newfangled technology. And it's just so realistic.
Yeah.
So I love that scene. And then I also love I think it's like near the beginning when they're in the billiard room, like at the start, and I think all the characters, all the family are there. And I think the crossbow thing gets given to the Dixie sister girl, and she accidentally fires it and hits the is it like one of the helpers or something?
Yep.
Yeah, one of the mates.
It cracks me up because their faces are just like, oh.
Oh, it was brilliant because you just didn't know it was coming.
And you just kind of hear her going on the floor, and there's just that moment of silence, and then the nan or the aunt or whatever it is just goes up, and they're like, ugh! As if like, you know, what they're going to do isn't bad enough, like they have to be horrified at that. And like, I thought that was quite cool.
That was good.
Talking of that crossbow, I did love that guy who was like in the bathroom YouTubing how to use a crossbow.
Yeah.
He was good value for money, that guy.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
Oh, he was.
He's like, what's up,
that is...
bruh? Just spamming shit.
But that's just so realistic though, because like you totally would do that. You'd be like, how do we use this thing? Oh yeah, YouTube. It's happened many a time with my crossbow. Oh dear, but as you say, there were so many like really good scenes and things like that. So other than Grace, who was your favourite character? So you've got to pick one of the horrible lot. Jessie?
I have to go with Aunt Helene. That actress was just I feel like she was in her own movie, just very campy, chewing the scenery. And I don't know if it was a choice, but she reminded me of Ursula from The Little Mermaid with the hair and the wild eyebrows. And she was just fantastic from start to finish, you know. And I'm a gay man, so of course I have to choose her because she's just so wild and campy and just, you know, she was just on another level from everybody else.
She was great.
Yeah.
She was really great, yeah. And you could tell she was just loving it as
yeah.
well. She was loving it.
That first shot of her when she's just sat there like...
Yeah. People watching to us, people, you know, you've all been there, Joss, when you're sitting in like the pub and like you spot someone and you people watch them. Now we know what we look like. Sitting there like probably just me. How about you, Josh? Did you have a favourite character, or who was your favourite character out of the rest?
I just loved Crossbow Guy. Loved him. So funny.
He was brilliant. We needed more of him.
Yeah,
definitely.
I loved his little wince when the curtains were pulled back, and he just sort of stood there for ages. Loved him.
Oh yeah, it was great. How about you, Emma? Who was your other favourite character?
I liked them all. I thought they were all really, really good in their own little way. Obviously, I like the mum. The mum was one of my favourites because I could see that she was quite conflicted, and I loved and I loved the actress. So I'm just like, obviously she's really great. But I also liked the brother. What was Alex's brother's name? Was it
Yeah, I can't remember what his
Daniel.
name is.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Daniel.
Daniel and his wife, because them two as a couple, they're really odd. And I was just like, oh my God, shit. The wife was really up for it. And he was like, what are you doing? You
Yeah.
ghastly, stop, you know? And I was like,
Yeah.
and her dress was amazing. Her dress was really
Yeah.
cool. I really liked her, and I liked their dynamic. I think that was my favorite. If I'm
Yeah.
going to talk characters, those two, yeah, and just seeing how they were going to evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they
Definitely.
were great.
I'm the same as you, Emma. Like Daniel and his wife, to me, like I could watch more of them just to see, like, how did they get to this point? How did they even get married? Like, you know,
Yeah,
it just did seem really odd. And I loved the journey that Daniel went on with, like, you could clearly tell he doesn't want to be there. And then that journey of obviously then helping Grace and then obviously dying. You know, whoever decided to kill him off knew what they were doing. But yeah, I did really like him as a character as well, definitely. So I definitely would have liked to see more of them.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So originally, Grace apparently originally dies in the earlier draft of the script, and after being so she was successfully sacrificed by Alex and his family. But the producers changed it to Grace obviously surviving her in-laws, including Alex, and then they all get killed by the ritual before dawn by explosion. It's like something out of The Boys, that was. I don't know whether you've seen that with the, yeah, no spoilers, but yeah, there's a scene. But would you have liked to have seen the alternate ending, or did the producers make the right choice with the ending? Josh?
No, you don't want to see Grace die.
No.
That's not the journey she was going on. God, no.
No, definitely
Absolutely not. No, they made the right decision.
Yeah, it's a shame though that they didn't like do it as, like, you know, an extra on a DVD or something, just to see what it would have been like, maybe.
Yeah.
How about you, Emma? Would you like to have seen that ending, or were you happy with the ending that happened?
They changed that ending. They did the right thing. They'd have screwed that film up royally if they'd have sacrificed her. That would have been absolutely. I would have been angry. That would have been like, no, in the trash. Game of Thrones all over again. Goodbye. We can't do that. So yeah, no. I think definitely the change was correct. It was the right thing to do to have her as the final girl. Though I wish they would have put in an extra scene. I would have liked an extra scene at the end there, because she's now inherited all of this wealth, and the guy at the end, the devil at the end, or whoever it was, winked at her, right? Because she is really evil, because she managed to, instead of just dying and thinking, oh, I can't do this, I couldn't possibly take somebody else's life, she went, God, they're all going, I'm going to survive. So, you know, there's an element of evil there, because she's willing to do that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Table with her. Oh, sorry. Am I here?
Oh, good.
Oh, I was just saying I would like to have seen a scene with her with her sitting around the table with her own family, and then she brings out the puzzle box because someone's got married.
That would have been so.
And she's head of the family. Yeah, so I would have loved that. Just although I love the way her last lines, I would have loved to see that scene also.
Definitely. How about you, Jessie? Do you think they made the right decision with the end? Should they have...
100%. 100%. You can't kill her off at the end. No. And Emma just set up the sequel for us. I think that sounds like a great setup for the second film. Yeah, absolutely. I read somewhere, because I knew, I'd read a couple years ago that was the original ending, but that they changed it when Trump was elected president. I'm not sure if that's true or not, because they would have been writing the script around the same time. So yeah, they absolutely made the right choice, and she's a fantastic final girl.
Yeah, I agree. And Jessie, what do you think would happen to Grace, like after the credits roll? Do you agree with Emma that that's what would have happened, or would you like something
She's
different?
she's a member of the family now, or she's the head of the family now. So I don't know if she's inherited the curse, but she's inherited the company, and maybe there's some other family members that come out of the woodwork or something. So
yeah, that would be good. Yeah, because trying to claim the fortune as their own or something like
right,
that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great movie.
yeah.
Family fortunes.
Exactly.
That's the game they play next, Josh.
Yes.
What do you think, Josh? What would you have liked to have seen happen to Grace, like afterwards?
I want to see Emma's version completely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would be sad if there was a sequel where she was kind of the villain. But there probably is a way for her to basically play the same role that Andie MacDowell played in this film, where she's sort of there begrudgingly lumbered with this whole situation, and she kind of just has to ride it out. And maybe she kind of does want to, she wants an out. But yeah, it could be interesting. Totally.
Yeah, definitely.
And
just looking at just looking at the comments, Emma, I think Creek Talk podcast said with laughy faces, unfollowing. I think that was after your sweary thing.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
And Eddie Ray said, Emma's a dang good cusser. That's what you did when I joined in today. Melina said the art was fabulous. Yeah, definitely. And Stephen from Creek Talk podcast said, "Oh yeah, Andie MacDowell was in this movie. I was so happy to see her in this. Oh, she's so good. Love Andie MacDowell." Or Narissa said, Grace could use it to get rid of evil people, like the curse, maybe. Yeah,
like the Rothschilds. I bet they've got a devil like that, I bet they've got a Richard.
Yeah. So obviously they have said that in March 24, I think they have reported that a sequel was in development. And apparently Samara Weaving is expected to reprise her starring role. So we could get paid royalties for our ideas here, definitely. I would like to be in that writer's room, please. Oh, that would be so amazing, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be amazing. And Stephen from Creek Talk podcast said, these guys are really good writers. I bet they'd come up with a great storyline for a sequel. Yeah, definitely. If they're writing it though, because you don't know nowadays, like whether the same people, come back. Yeah. So just one last final question then. So if you was hiding in one of those big old mansions, where would you hide? Like, because I did think her hiding place was quite good in the dumbwaiter. I was like, that was quite good. So where would you hide, Jessie?
It's got to be the dumbwaiter. I love a dumbwaiter, and it plays out so well in the film. I love a dumbwaiter scene, and also Halloween H2O reminded me a little bit of that too. But there's some great dumbwaiter scenes in other films, but that was a perfect hiding space for her.
Yeah, definitely. How about you, Josh? Where would you hide?
Outside the house.
Josh, you can't get out. All the doors are locked.
You were locked in the house. You couldn't get out. Oh no, Josh. Oh, you went quiet then, Josh.
Did I?
Yeah.
It's because I was
what did you say?
hiding.
Outside the house.
Good hiding spot. Well done. Oh dear. How about you, Emma? Where would you hide?
If there were no servants around, because I thought it was odd that they were there, because how do you trust your servants not to squeal on you? So I would probably, if there were no servants around, I would probably hide in the fridge. I would take all the trays out and everything, hide them in the oven or something, and then I would get in the fridge, because who's looking in the fridge? No one's looking in the fridge. You're not going for a snack when you're hunting somebody down. So if there were no servants, that would have been, I'd have put a big jumper on or something from upstairs. I've got something, get in the fridge, because they'd have a big fridge because they're rich. They'd have this big fridge that I could fit in. So yeah, that would be.
You could turn the thermos up to the highest setting, or the lowest, whichever is warmer.
Yeah.
Just sit in the fridge. Leave a couple of snacks in there so that I can just sit eating snacks while I'm waiting.
Bottle of
that would have been bottle of wine.
Oh dear. If I had a fridge, I'd probably end up like, you'd find me like, you know, in Goonies when the that would be me.
Oh, Shelley.
Oh, I don't know where I'd hide, right? Because I feel like that I would just be rubbish at hide and seek, because my laugh's too loud. Like you hear me like in all those echoey hallways, even in the back passageways. Like you just hear me, and like I'm that clumsy that I'd be knocking stuff over. So I always say this: I would never live. I'd be the first one to die in any horror film because I'm just too easy to catch.
I've just got an image in my head of you like hiding inside a coat that's hanging up somewhere with like the hood down.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If I can't see you, you can't see me.
Yeah, I'd definitely give that a good try. Whether it would work, my core strength isn't what it used to be. I'd be like, all them stomach punches over the years, no good anymore. Oh dear, yeah. So I think
you could do an ET. You know, an ET hides, and he hides among all the stuffed toys and stuff. You could just have your face there. Like.
Oh, see, now that I could do.
Yeah.
That I could definitely do, yeah.
Like a creepy doll.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if ever this happens, you know where to find me now. There's no hiding. Stephen said, yes, H2O. I know Stephen loves that. Karen's been hunting down snacks. Ooh.
Oh, Karen would
no,
found me.
Sorry. Karen's put, I would absolutely be hunting for a snack whilst hunting folk down.
I've been found by Karen.
Snack massacre, definitely. Larissa said, but what if someone tipped it and waited the door shut, Emma? We've not thought.
I hadn't thought of that. No. But it is big. It's a big one. If you need to be a big bloke to tip it, because it's a huge refrigerator. Yeah.
Stephen said, oh my God, I have this irrational fear of being trapped in a refrigerator.
Like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're safe. You survive a nuclear blast.
Oh dear. I don't even think I'd be any good in like the secret passageways as well, because talking about Indiana Jones, I'd be like, you know, in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom with like Willy when she's walking through the things. That is me.
All the bugs.
Oh yeah.
And rats.
Yeah.
No good. Karen's put, just keep one of those giant teddies. Yeah, definitely. Larissa's put, they could chain shut it, Emma.
Larissa, you're giving me nightmares today. I feel like you've done this before, Larissa.
I know, it sounded very like that. Oh well, guys, thank you so much for like chatting about this film. Larissa's put, gotta think like your enemy to survive.
True.
That's so true. But yeah, thanks guys, it's been so good. I've really enjoyed the rewatch, and I loved it. It was brilliant. And
such a good film.
Yeah, it's such a good film. It is really, really good. But do check out Josh's fabulous new book coming out, Heads Will Roll.
And
and do check out Emma's page, and also our fabulous special guest Jessie's page as well. Thank you so much, Jessie, for joining us, and come back again.
Thank you.
Yes,
we'll
please.
Thank
you.
As you can tell, it's just chaos most of the time. But, you know.
Good kind of chaos.
Yes.
We try.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone in the comments as well. You can crack me up. Like,
Everyone.
I'm going to be thinking about that refrigerator now and everything.
I'm going to get a snack right now.
Ooh, don't have a snacksident.
Don't get shelled.
That was very good, Shelley.
On that note, because I can't get any better than that, I will leave you. Thanks, guys. See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.